afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm your host, Robert Durden. Very short episode. Matt Gaetz is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's the congressman from Florida that is looking like he's going to get hit with sex trafficking charges here pretty soon. More stuff is coming out about him in that he has solicited sex from numerous underage women using various apps, and it's not looking good for Matt Gaetz, and I don't want to focus too much on him for this episode. What I'd like to make the point of more is Andrew Cuomo is also in a lot of trouble for sexual harassment, and I'm not making the comparison that what Matt Gaetz did is in any way like what Andrew Cuomo did, because of course Matt Gaetz is, his is statutory rape. But I would like to say that what Joe Biden did is kind of similar, because that was basically rape, and what Donald Trump has done is pretty gross too. So if you noticed, I went Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, and I am actually noticing a pattern there. Are you guys noticing a pattern? They're all rich white guys. So why don't we stop acting like this is a partisan thing? And can we all agree that in a system that's capitalist, usually the people that end up making a lot of money and end up in these positions of power generally are white males, because they have the deck stacked for them, okay? And when these people end up with enormous amounts of money and they end up in positions in in politics, they're shielded in a way that makes them these sociopaths that you can only get to these positions a lot of the times if you're just you don't have any empathy for people, and you end up in positions of power with a ton of money and influence and whatever, and then people start doing horrible things sexually. So a lot of these white males, they get into these positions of power and they think they can buy and sell women and do whatever they want to, really anybody, because that's how they treat everybody, because they happen to be the people that have the most money and influence. They're untouchable. And that's what happens when you let a lot of sociopathic people have too much money, too much influence, let them control everything, as they start doing fucking crazy shit. You've seen some of the horror movies that are coming out lately with Jordan Peele and stuff, that those are particularly against black people, but even more poignant. It's the reason that stuff is becoming more real by the day, guys. The reason that all of these people are doing horrible things to women is because they objectify them, sure. But it gets worse than that. All rich people objectify all of us. But there is no partisan, difference between sexual harassment and rape. Both, of course, both of the parties have their fair share of sickos. That's what we're finding out. So don't let people tell you that this is Matt Gaetz is a Republican and he's doing something gross, so therefore Republicans are inherently disgusting, but the Democrats are all fine, when they won't acknowledge what Joe Biden did to Tara Reade. They won't acknowledge what Andrew Cuomo did, and there's numerous other people. So it's it's on both sides. Let's acknowledge that it's more like a rich old perverted white guy thing. How about that? And then we can maybe start solving the problem. But that's just me. So just a quick brain dump for you guys there. Keep fighting the good fight. I'll see you later.